Welcome back to AC Today. On today's episode, we're discussing the unfortunate news of the mass closures of post-secondary programs across Ontario. Before the break, we discussed some of the many schools being affected and touched on some of the reasons why. But now it's time to bring it home to Algonquin, as students in the School of Media and Design are especially devastated to hear of the 12 programs in our faculty not returning. We sent Digit Joseph, one of our reporters, to talk with Dan Mellon, a professor and coordinator of the radio, broadcasting, and podcasting program. Take it away, Digit. Wow, so unfortunate. It's still so hard to believe that this is happening. So much passion and so much heartbreak. But if there's one thing I've come to respect about my fellow Algonquin College students, is that we're resilient and resourceful, and we won't let anything stop us from achieving our dreams. Coming up next, we'll talk with Terry Loretto, the coordinator for script writing program, to discuss what these cuts mean for students, faculty, and the future of creative education. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. As we've been discussing, the recent program cuts at Algonquin College, including the script writing program, have raised concerns about the future of creative education. Joining us today is Terry Loretto, an award-winning actress, writer, director, and educator who has dedicated her career to storytelling on the stage, on the screen, and in the classroom as the coordinator for the script writing program. She's here to share her insights on what these changes mean for students and faculty, and the landscape of the future of arts and media education. Welcome, Terry. Hmm? Oh, well, now I hear myself. We're cutting back to me. It seems like our audio is having a little problem here. We're gonna cut to break, and we'll be right back.
Two, three, four, five. I am talking, talking, talking. I can still hear you. Yep, I can hear you.
Now that we're back from break, we're gonna give this another try. Let's get right into it. Hi, Terry. Thank you so much for joining us and talking with us today.
Not a problem. This is an important discussion, and I'm glad that the students are going to be able to, hear from faculty because it's something, we're all a little blindsided, and I think the students need to know that faculty stand with the students for sure.
I completely agree. So I have a list of questions here written down for you, and we can just run them through, see however you'd like to respond to them. But as a program coordinator for script writing, what was your reaction when you first heard about the program cuts?
Well, we found out, I guess, around 9 in the morning on the day of the announcement. We were called into a sort of a last minute Zoom meeting. Some of the programs were not really a surprise because they are, international heavy or, hadn't been attended in a long time, were new programs, that kind of stuff. And even my other program, Performing Arts, which I also coordinate, I could understand because it takes up a lot of space, a big theater space that we are, sharing with other programs that are larger programs. But script writing really caught me by surprise for a couple of reasons, Ryan. First of all, it's been running for over 30 years. It's a very high quality program with a lot of really good field placements and students getting hired right out of the program. It's a small program because it is a graduate certificate in writing. I mean, honestly, I get 25, 90 to 120 page feature films at the end of one of my classes. It makes it hard to grade with more than 25 students. And it's not international reliant. We love our international students. They are a fabulous addition to the diverse classroom, but there's only four out of the 20 some odd students. And we don't, we're, I teach in other programs and I'm the only full-time faculty, so the faculty cost is not high. And we could literally run that program from a tiny little room. Like they all have their own laptops with Final Draft, our software. There's no laboratories, there's no cameras, there's no big studio necessary. It could be anywhere on campus. And in fact, in COVID, we were online as everybody was, and we had 100% retention online. So my thought was we could go back to an all online environment and even save the facilities costs, but we weren't even given the opportunity to defend the program.
Honestly sound like amazing answers, and I thank you so much for joining us today. Well, I had more questions for you, but we seem to have ran out of time. That's all we have for today, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host, Kyle Noble. We'll see you later. Coming up on AC News, Ontario's post-secondary institutions are facing massive program cuts, with schools all across the province feeling the impact. We'll break down some institutions being affected and why these cuts are happening. We will bring it home to Algonquin to discuss some of the many programs in our faculty that won't be returning. Plus, we talk with Terry Loretto, program coordinator for script writing, to discuss what these changes mean for students, faculty, and the future of creative education. That's all coming up. Stay tuned. I'm your host, Kyle Noble. Good evening. This is AC News Tonight. We examine the financial crisis at Algonquin College and its impact on students and faculty. With the 2025 Ontario elections approaching, major parties have outlined their education priorities. The Progressive Conservatives pledge over $1 billion for skilled trades and $705 million for post-secondary programs. The NDP focuses on eliminating the school repair backlog and expanding the school food programs. The Liberals, on the other hand, and the Greens advocate for an increase in mental health coverage and support for the students with special needs. Meanwhile, Algonquin College faces a projected $60 million deficit for 2025 to 2026, growing to $93 million by 2026 to 2027. Key factors include the provincial tuition freeze, stagnant funding, and the federal cap on international students. Reducing the enrollment in response, Algonquin has suspended 37 programs academically, including broadcasting, radio and podcasting, performing arts, photography, content creation, and technical writing. The Perth campus will be closed by August 2026, with its programs moving to Ottawa. Algonquin isn't alone. Centennial Loyalists and Sheridan College are also cutting programs and faculty. Experts highlight that Ontario's per-student funding is the lowest in Canada at just 41% of the national average. The Ford government says it has an increased post-secondary funding by $1.3 billion, but critics argue it's not enough. Opposition parties propose a 20% funding increase and tying future increases to inflation. With Ontario's colleges facing an uncertain future, students and faculty are calling for urgent solutions. For AC News Today, stay tuned for more updates. Cheers.